Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Boxing New.
John Ryder plans to beat Canelo at his own game. Look, let's break it down honestly and objectively as possible. And John Ryder has come out with a recent interview with Boxing Social stating that this is how he beats Canelo. You play him at his own game. You fight him up close. This is what he's saying. He wants to bring the fight to Canelo. He wants to press Canelo. He wants to lay the leather on Canelo Alvarez. He wants to bring the fight to him. This is what John Ryder is saying. The only problem that I have with this from John Ryder in his game plan is flawed if this fight happens is because if you're going to bring the fight to Canelo, if you're going to fight him up close, you better damn sure understand that you better have the chin and the power to withstand what Canelo Alvarez is going to throw back at you. Because if you don't have the chin and you don't have the power, you're getting sent straight to hell. And I don't believe John Ryder has the chin nor the power to compete with Canelo Alvarez in that way. And this is what I mean. This is the same guy who lost a decision against Rocky Fielding. That's it. So if you're not knocking out Rocky Fielding, if you're not, laying the leather on Rocky Fielding, if you're not doing that and you can't even win a decisive victory over Rocky Fielding, what the hell makes you think you're going to do that against Canelo Alvarez? I mean, make it make sense. Not only that, he said Canelo Alvarez is a great mid-range fighter. No, correction. Canelo Alvarez is simply just a great fighter. He adapts to pretty much any style that gets in the ring with him. This is how great Canelo Alvarez is. He's undefeated at 168. He's undisputed at 168. He's in his prime. And he's beating everyone's ass in the weight class. He's the king at 168, and John Ryder is no different. If Canelo Alvarez decides to take this fight, I have no problem with it, and this is why. Because Canelo Alvarez is coming off of an injury, a wrist surgery. So I have no problem with him if he decides to take this fight. Not only that, this is Canelo Alvarez's WBO mandatory. So I have no problem with Canelo fighting his mandatory. People always talk about Canelo should fight his mandatory. He should fight his mandatory. Now, if Canelo takes a fight against his mandatory, you're still going to get some fanboys, haters, and trolls that does not want him to fight his mandatory. Make it make sense. I mean, come on, let's be honest and unbiased. And not only that, Demetrius Andre could have been in this position. Demetrius Andre could have been potentially next in line to fight Canelo Alvarez had he found his nuts and fought Zach Parker. But he withdrew from that fight with a potential Canelo Alvarez fight on the line. Think about this. Demetrius Andre could have been in line for the biggest payday of his entire garbage career had he just fought Zach Parker. That's it. You would have gotten the biggest payday of your career had you just fought and beat Zach Parker. That's all you had to do. And you would have been in line for Canelo Alvarez. You could have been his tune-up. You would have been this close. What's wrong with this guy? Instead, Demetrius Andre chose to fight on Tank Davis's undercard against a journeyman. Make that make sense. Because men lie, women lie, but the facts don't lie.